Good morning. Welcome to Chair Yoga. I'm Olivia, and this is North Presbyterian Church in Williamsville, New York. Welcome to class. Today, my hope is to prepare you for the day, for the week ahead. Maybe the earlier part of this week you had a busy day, and this is a day for you just to chill. It's a good day outside weather-wise to just stay home. But maybe this is a day where you have lots to get done, or the rest of the week. On a side note, thanks for checking in now before you took off to do that. Or maybe this is the day that you're anxious about something. You're waiting for some news, and so you need to center yourself. So using our breath, we're going to calm, we're going to strengthen, we're going to ground and center. And we're also going to open up some space inside the body so that we can allow what serves us best back in and let go of what we need to let go of, what no longer serves us. All right, get yourself some water, a chair without any arms. Take off your socks and shoes if you're in a comfortable place to do that, and let's get started. So come out to the edge of your seat. I am going to take my socks off today because we can thank Mike. There's heat today. No, I lied. Let's move back to the back of the chair today first. So we're going to start first with that calming breath. Sitting back into the back of the chair, whatever feels good to you, wiggle and make it comfortable. And if you'd like to place, I have my left hand, it's going to be opposite from you, at my heart, and my right hand on my belly. I'm going to ground through the feet. So let's be sure the soles of the feet aren't facing in or out or underneath you. Ground through the feet. And come back to your breath. First, let's take a deep breath in, sigh, make a little noise, exhale through the mouth. And then if you're comfortable, drop your gaze downward, or better yet, close your eyes. And begin to be aware of the movement of breath into the body. Can you take that deep breath in? Can you use that long exhale to relax? Can you take that deep breath in and find that energy? And so relax that jaw and the throat and clench your teeth. Release that powerful jaw muscle. And the nice thing about practicing without a mask on is you can feel that cool breath coming in through the nostrils. So pay attention to that. The exhale is always the relaxing part of the breath. So be sure that you spend time right now with that relaxing breath. And remember that when you need to call upon that. And let's make our way out to the edge of the seat now. Again, the feet are right underneath you. Maybe you're comfortable with the hands folded or on the lap or pressing down on the thighs to help ground you as you prepare for whatever else comes in the rest of this day. Drawing the elbows back will help you lift the heart a bit. Find the tip of the sit bones. Do a little roll back, maybe even around the sit bones. And then find the very tip of the sit bones. Lift up through the pelvic floor, draw the belly in, lift the heart, tuck the chin, and drop your gaze or close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. And let's begin to think about the breath as energy now. So from the base of the tailbone, sit bones, as you breathe in, imagine drawing this breath up through the body, energizing the body. It lands, it explodes out of the crown of the head, and then release back down. And we do it again. You may even feel a little tingling in through the head as you get to the top of that inhale. I want you to feel as if you are really creating space inside the body. And one more energizing breath, pressing firmly into the thighs now. Let's slide the hands forward and then draw the elbows back. All right, keeping that going. Connect with the thigh muscles so you connect with the ground. Push away. Almost like you're giving your thigh muscles there, your quadricep muscles, a little bit of a massage. In fact, maybe even using the heel of the hand, just like the massage therapists do, to get into those nooks and crannies and get out that gravel in there. One more time. All right, we're going to leave that right arm up there. Turn the palm to the front and then the side. Turn the gaze. Come right back. Let's go the other side. Same thing. Turn the palm, turn the torso, drop that elbow down towards the back of the chair. And right back in. So we lift up, a little shoulder roll, look towards the right, and back down. Again, lift up, turn, rotate towards the back of the chair. Belly is always pulled in whenever we're moving the spine here. How many times have I said, we need to be walking through this world holding our bellies in? And back. Now, press the knuckles, those are palms, forward and drop your chin down towards your chest. Now, grab hold of that beach ball right in front and lift it up and drop it down the back of the neck. All right, deep breath in. Exhale, press forward, drop your chin. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, drop to the back of the neck. Then come down. Deep breath in. Exhale. Hold that beach ball up. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. Exhale one more time. Hold that beach ball up and drop it down. And then just release the arms down to the side. Reaching that right arm off to the side, tipping the head over, and then right here as it's tipped, just shake a little yes, off to the side, up and down. Okay. One more time. All right, we're going to go the other way. Same thing, reach out, tip the head. You may begin to feel some tingling in here, and this is where we take that tip forward and back. Some tight spots, you want to stay there, go ahead and take a little bit of movement, whatever you need today, find what feels good. And all the way back up. Let's take a deep breath in. Fingertips heel the hands together, and then turn the palms out, because we're going to scoop down and hinge forward, and then flip the palms to the ceiling, or palms to the ground, knuckles to the ceiling, and scoop back up. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Again, exhale, forward fold. Maybe take the feet a little wider if that feels better to you. How close will those ribs come to your thigh muscles? Lifting that sit bone towards the back wall as you do that. Work at keeping that back straight. Yes. And one more time. All the way up. All right, let's drop that left hand right down there on the knee. And we're going to lift it up, around, and reach to the back. And then fire on the core muscles. Lift it up, around, and to the front. And again, reaching. Right here in the center, the palm is when it switches. And again. Now, find what feels good. If this is too much for you, by all means, just take a smaller range of motion. Right? And down. One more time. And down. Grab hold. And then just release and notice the difference between the two shoulders. The one you've worked and the one that's rested. Let's do the other side. Here we go. Lifting up. Looking back. And up to the front. We give that shoulder, that range of motion around the shoulder, a good workout now. If you have a challenge with this, please feel free to use your hand to get that arm up. All right? It's up to you. And around. I'm just breathing nice and steady. I'm going to do 2 more because I want it to get a little bit tired. So if your arm is already tired, please feel free to rest. And just because I said that, I'm going to do 1 more. Okay. And coming back to the front. And now, pay attention. How do they feel? One a little more tired than the other? Maybe, but we'll get them even out here real soon. Deep breath in. That's forward fold. And now, slide the hands up the legs. Maybe slide back to the thigh muscles. Let the heart come forward. Hands surround the kneecaps. Roll back towards the tailbone. Scoop the belly. So today, a little seated cat and cow. We get the spine straight, hinge forward, heart comes forward. Sit up tall, straight spine, tuck the tailbone. Sit up tall, hinge forward, heart comes forward. Look at my elbows are pressing back here. Nice and tall, scoop the belly, and round back up. Nice and tall, but lift up on that leg. All right, so that right leg comes up in front. A little wiggle in the ankle first, and then up and down, up and down. And then look to the instep, and look to the outstep. I'm not sure that's a right word. I made it up. But again, look to the instep, and then the outstep. And then press that leg out and draw it back in. So today, as we press it out, I want you to roll back, fire on those abdominal muscles, and as you inhale, lift it tall and sit tall. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. Firing. I'm still looking forward. Watch the shoulders aren't shrugging. It's all here in the core. And inhale. And then a little circle out. And let's leave that leg out there for a moment. Come up nice and tall, knee over the ankle, hold that there. And let's take the arms out. We're going to hinge one way and then the other. Again. Forward and back. 2 more. And last one. All right, both arms up. Walk that foot back in. We have this nice upward salute going on. And then circle the hands down. Okay, up comes the other leg. First a little circle in the ankle, either way. And then just up and down. Yeah. And this is where we look to the instep. It's like you're trying to look at the bottom of your foot. And then the outstep. Again. Inside. Outside. Inside. And outside. Okay, we take a deep breath in. Now exhale. We're going to roll back onto the fleshy part of the seat. Extend the leg out. It doesn't matter. If you want to keep it up here, that's fine. Inhale. Sit tall. You're going to roll right back to the tip of the sit bones. Lift up the knee. Exhale. Abs are pulled in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. All right. all the way back down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise, sending the hands back, palms to the ground. And again, we scoop up, bring the hands to the heart, put the feet underneath you. All right, so we're going to stand up. Remember, you have choices. Here, hands on the thigh, or off to the side, use the chair, whatever is comfortable. Inhale, exhale. We're going to exhale and lift. Belly in. Coming all the way up. Put your feet right underneath your hips there. So opening the arms, come into our standing mountain pose first. Engage those thigh muscles. Press the feet into the earth. And then I'm going to ask you to press, maybe be sure you feel that outside edge of your foot on the ground. So maybe pressing down just a wee bit more there, and you feel the inner thighs sort of draw upward as you do that. Fire on the legs a bit more. Belly in, chest lifted, chin tucked, crown of the head going skyward. Breathe. One more breath. All right, so let's lift the hands. I want you to sink into the knees and then bring the hands back in towards the body and push back down. Again, inhale, we lift, sink the knees, back is straight, and all the way back up. So we get a little bit of a calf stretch here as we do this. It's just a wee little bend, and right back up. I'm not going to hinge forward at my hips. I'm just bending the knees, lifting up, circle them back, and press down. One more time. And back into our mountain pose. All right, deep breath in. A forward fold. Now, halfway rise, sliding up the legs, brings the back to straight back. Draw the elbows back, bring the belly in, and then you should look like a number 7. Now, depending on your flexibility, you may want to lower the hands down. If they're on the thighs, then draw the elbows back. Circle sweep into chair pose and all the way up. Deep breath in and circle back. All right, let's grab a drink of water and get around to the back of the chair. All right, coming into our standing mountain pose, I'm going to take my feet out about chair width apart here. Okay, so a little broader base because we're going to take a little arc over side to side. Sink into the right knee just a little bit, lifting the right hand, and take this little baby arc over. So you're going to feel this nice lengthen from the right hip to the left hip, from the right hip to the right fingertips. Pass through the center, big wide T. And then we go the other way. Use the chair if you need to, reaching down. Now watch that body isn't reaching down. I want you to lift the chest here. Yes. Pass through that nice big wide T. And the other way. Sink into that right knee. Find length. Turn the gaze this time if you can. Pass right through that T. We go the other way. Turn the gaze if you can, lifting the heart. Pass right through that T. Now I want you to turn the right palm out to the right wall, and we're going to come up with the palm facing the ceiling. Turn the gaze if you can. Come back. And we're going to go the other way. Same thing. Palm to the ceiling. Sink into that left knee. Lift the heart. Come right back down. Grab hold. Take a deep breath in. And back to downward facing dog. So stepping back lightly on the chair, walk the feet back till they're underneath the hips. Soften your knees. And you may be looking at the back of the chair. You may be looking at the earth. Whatever your choice, bring the belly in. Soft knees here. Breathe into the back ribs, right there by your kidneys, please. And one more deep breath. All right, take the gaze over the chair, stepping in on the right foot. Let's step back on the left foot. I'm going to move this chair out of the way so you can see me better. So I'm going to step back on my left foot. Now notice, it does not have to be right behind you. We can take this out to the side if that feels better to you, and turning those toes a little more forward. Whatever works for you and your body, right? Find what feels good always in yoga. So from here, you've got this great big beach ball right here, okay? And I want you to send it up. And then bring it down. Let it touch your right hip. You can bring the left shoulder forward to me a bit here. Send it right back up. Bring it down to your right hip. Bring the left shoulder forward a bit. So you should be feeling a really nice stretch in that calf muscle as you do this. Now, how does this work with your breath? I'm hoping this is the inhale and this is the exhale. Try it again. And exhale. Come back around to our warrior one. Deep breath in. Step forward. Step back on the other foot. Using the chair as much as you need to. Push it away from you a little bit if you don't need it, so you don't hit your head. Okay, again, that right foot is turned out. It can be right behind the left foot or off to the side, whatever feels better for you. And you've got this beach ball right here. Well, maybe soccer ball. Inhale, and then it becomes one of those great big fit balls. Deep breath in, exhale. Bring that right shoulder forward to me. Look to the left as you drop the hands down towards the hip. We do it again. Deep breath. Exhale. Again, 2 more times. Exhale. Last one. Now, let that twist squeeze the breath out. Coming right back up to our warrior one. Hold it, rest, put a smile on your face. Ta-da! Stepping both feet together, take an upward salute. Exhale, forward fold, and we're going to halfway rise. Circle sweep, pass through that chair pose. All right, we're going to work a little bit on Uttasana, forward fold. We haven't done this before. I'm going to turn my chair sideways and come around to the right side of it. So if you would looking at the legs of the chair. When we come into Utkatasana normally, Uttasana, forward fold, and when we do it in this class, remember we come down, but we're very conscious about keeping the head above the heart. And if you have high blood pressure, glaucoma, if you get dizzy, then I'm going to say, I want you to stay right there. But if not, if you're comfortable allowing the head to go below the heart a bit, it's going to look like this. Deep breath in. First, I'm going to give you the one option. We're going to take the hands right here to the chair. And then just look back to the feet. This might be your Uttasana today, all right? If not, if you're comfortable, allow the hands to float down. You can even keep the elbows there and just release the head. So if you notice, I'm looking back towards my knees. And then what I want you to do in order to get this deeper is to bend the knees so you can get a great stretch in the hamstring muscles, which are in the back of the leg right there. So coming into this Uttasana, either your hands are on the chair, maybe they're on here, but whatever. You could even rest the forehead or the top of your head on the chair. Coming into this nice forward fold, which opens up the hamstrings, it gives a new oxygenated blood flow to the brain, so it gives you a little energy. We're going to reverse swan dive all the way back up. With the knees bent, press through them. Now come into mountain pose, and let's just see. How do you feel? All right, hopefully you're not dizzy. Let's try it again. So we take a deep breath in and a forward fold. Here's your choice. Hands here, elbows here, forehead down, or all the way down. I'm even going to step back a little bit and take this even deeper. Maybe the hands come to the ground, softening your knees. Let the ribs come towards the thigh muscles. It's your choice entirely. I want you to let the head relax so you're not looking at the chair. Let the back of the neck relax. Let the shoulders relax. We give the spine a rest from all the pounding. Bend your knees. Let's take the hands back on the thigh, tuck the tailbone, and round back up. come back to mountain pose and see how you feel. One more breath. All right, coming back to the center. Let's move on with a little energizing of the spine now. All right, so that was a forward fold, complete relaxation, Uttasana. And now we come into a little energizing, which is simply this swing that we did before. But notice that one heel leaves the earth to ease up on the knees right here. So be sure you lift the heel and just let the arms float around your body and give you a little slap. If you feel silly, it's okay. Smile, laugh. But it's a way of sort of energizing, waking up the spine, getting the juices flowing in the torso. Belly is pulled in as you do this. And then coming back to center, sort of slow this movement side to side, and then just let it come back naturally. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Now take your Uttasana however you'd like, halfway rise, and circle sweep all the way up. Reach skyward, circle the hands down. All right, take a shake out, come behind the chair again. Let's turn it back. I'm going to keep mine over to the left a little bit because I'm going to work around the right side of my chair. We're going to take some moving eagle pose, coming in and out of eagle pose today. And I think we'll do it from where we just were, which was warrior one. Yeah. So mountain pose. Let's lift up on that right heel, and I'm going to sort of massage the toe pad right there. Use the chair. And then let's put some weight on it as if you're going to go up high and rise up on the other heel a little bit and then roll back down. So putting some weight on that toe pad. And again, the ball of the foot. One more time. All right, come into our mountain pose. Come into our mountain pose. And keep that chair handy. I'm going to come into one-legged mountain pose. So I have lifted my right foot. You may support it. You can keep the toe on the ground. You can extend one arm up. You can extend both arms up if you'd like, or use the chair. All right, sink into that knee, hinge at the hip, curl that heel into your seat, and reach way back, hinge forward. Toe ball heel. We rise up into our warrior one, right where we were a moment ago. Deep breath in. So that front knee is over the ankle, back leg is straight, right? Got that? And do that right now. Straightening that back leg. Draw the tailbone downward towards the earth. And I'm going to use my left hand on the chair and show you an easy, easy eagle pose. This leg is going to swing back around, and you're simply going to cross it over. You know how you might stand, right? Same thing. Swing it back, roll it down, warrior one. Yep. Swing it around, push forward, cross over. Keep it on the earth, warrior one. Now, if that works for you and that's where you need to stay today, that's fine. The next level would be to bend both knees. It's like you're going to spoon the knees together. So I'm going to sink into my left knee, and it's going to meet my calf muscle on the right leg. Yeah. Swinging back. Here's our warrior one. Swing it forward. This time I'm going to cross my knuckles. If you remember eagle pose with arms. And then draw the elbows in and lift them. Each piece I add is going to make it a bit more challenging. So I want you to find your comfort zone. If you're using the chair, you've got one arm up there, right? And circle back. Here's our warrior one. One arms, two arms. And so now, you pick your choice, a yogi's choice of eagle pose. Here we go. One more time. I have my toe on the ground. You can even flex the foot and lift the toe or wrap it inward. Stepping out wide, standing mountain pose. All right, turn that right toe to the right wall. We're going to hold on to our chi ball. If you took Jody's class yesterday, energy, this is what we're going to do. We're going to come out that way, and then as we come back, we're going to switch, sink into that knee, draw that toe up if you can, rolling out, coming back. I'm leading with my elbow both ways. Out, twisting the torso, and back in. Connect it with breath. Deep breath in, exhale. Inhale. Find balance right here. Weight is over the foot. Exhale. Inhale. Spine is straight. The weight is over the foot. Exhale. All right. This time as we come back, we're going to bring that foot back in, touch it, or put it down. And release. Sink. Lift the arms. Exhale. Circle them back. Inhale. Lift the arms. Circle them back. I'm sinking my knees as I lift. And back. Very calming, very smooth movement. All right, let's get to the other side. So we start in our mountain pose first. And then just let the left heel leave the ground. Little massage on that, the ball of the foot right there. The toe mound. Yeah. Okay, so recenter yourself. We're going to let that left leg leave the earth using the chair. Keep the foot flexed here. And then reaching skyward, one foot. That's an arm. Maybe two. And then curl the heel, hinge at the hip, bend the knee, reach way back, and here we come into our warrior one posture. Deep breath in. All right, so we know where we're going, right? You can drop one hand to the chair. Let's circle that leg around and wrap it around. Easy eagle pose, right? You would stand like this, so this should be pretty easy for you using the chair. We're going to circle back around, drop it down, drop the heel down, find our warrior one. Great big beach ball here. Lift the heart. And here we go. We exhale. Circle that leg around. So maybe this time you sink into that knee. So let the two legs spoon together here. Well, dumb me, I didn't do my do not disturb, so let me do that. Hang on. Okay, so then we're going to go back again, swing it around, rise back up. Back leg is straight, front knee is bent right over the ankle each time. Hit it, find it. My hope is you get that muscle memory so you know what that feels like. Okay, here we go. We're going to cross the hands this time, swing it around, maybe bend the knee. Now, if I have moved beyond where your level of comfort is, by all means, go back there. So I'm looking beyond the wrist. I'm squeezing my elbows in. My core muscles are engaged. Release. Let's go right back up. Warrior one. And now the last time. Here we go. Swinging it around. Sink into the knee. Here's your choice. Maybe lift the foot. It's a wobbly posture. Use the chair as much as you need to. Or leave the toe on the ground. And release. Open wide into our warrior two, into our wide standing mountain pose. And breathe. Okay, so we're going to turn that foot out to the left diagonal or the left wall, whatever feels more comfortable to you. And we're going to take our chi ball and we're going to tip it so that left elbow goes to the left. Here we go. Coming over. Twist it, bring it back. I'm going to sink into my right leg and lift my left toe. And again, it takes you a little bit deeper. Inhale back to center. Exhale. The stronger your core, the stronger your center, the more you can travel away from it. still be in balance. There's a life lesson there, right? Exhale. Strong center means you can venture further away and stay strong and get yourself back. Again. And here's the last one. Exhale. Inhale, come back. Bring that foot in. Drop the heel. Deep breath in. Let's take the heel of the hand together, the fingertips, and we're going to take this candlestick pose. So I've got my index finger pointing up and my thumbs pointing out. And right straight ahead, draw a line, then up to ceiling. Reach even a little higher. Lift the heart, maybe a little baby arc over to the right. A little baby arc over to the left. And back to the center. My feet are not apart. I'm going to take them comfortably apart. We're going to rain this down. And here comes our forward fold, our Uttasana. Using the chair if you need to. Come into this forward fold, whatever feels good to you. What I do want you to be sure you do, if you were coming into a full Uttasana, forward fold, tuck the chin and look back towards the legs. So you're not looking right at the ground. I want you to release the back and breathe deep. And this time we're going to roll back up. So soften the knees deeper, use the hands on the thighs, and push back up, round back up. My hope is you'll find a Uttasana, a forward fold posture that will work for you. Coming all the way down to the heart, opening wide. How nice was that, huh? Let's come back to downward facing dog. Stepping back, breathe deep. All right, step in on the right foot. Let's leave that left foot behind, the toe on the ground, and reaching up. We'll take a little spinal balance here. So simply, I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see me better. So simply flex the foot and let the toe leave the earth. All right? And maybe this is going to be your spinal balance right here. Your other choices are put a little bend in that supporting leg, hinge a little deeper at the hip, but as you do this, I want you to lift from the heel. So imagine somebody's pulling your heel up behind you, all right? So you really work the glute and the hamstring, and you've got this beautiful long line from the fingertips to the heel, and those core muscles are fired on. Breathing deep. Come right back up. Let's come into our tree pose. So draw that foot either to sapling pose, the foot on the ground, or tree pose, the foot on the calf muscle, or up higher if that's your practice. We find our center. Let's use that energizing breath and draw energy up from the base of your tree out through the crown of the head. Slowly release everything down. You're using the chair, it's fine. You're still balancing. We go back to downward facing dog again. Whew. Take a deep breath. You can exhale through the mouth, whatever you need. A little movement there in the hips, the knees. Take the gaze over the chair, step in on the left foot now. And the right heel leaves the ground. We extend that arm up. If out here feels better to you, fine. If you can get it up by the face, that's fine. This is where we flex the foot and lift the toe, right? So your torso is coming right over the chair. It's not going off to the sides, so work on that by drawing that navel in. And by squeezing the glute and letting that leg almost as if it's going to travel back behind you there. Okay, so we want to deepen this. You're going to bend the knee, hinge at the hip, reach the fingers far from the heel, but find what feels good for you here. And then again, we haven't simply lifted this arm, we have lengthened it. And I'm just resting my right hand. One more strong breath. And exhale, come back to our tree pose. Bringing that foot in, I'm using the chair. One hand, maybe two. Again, Sapling pose is fine. Calf muscle or up on the thigh, depending what your practice is. Find it. And let's draw that energy up from the earth using our breath. Be aware of the movement of your lungs here. Create that space inside for whatever you need to fill it up with. And then slowly lower down. Back to downward facing dog one more time. Tipping the pelvis forward onto the thigh muscles as the tailbone goes to the back wall. And then bend the knees deep, almost as if you were in a squat. I'm going to show you from the side. I'm going to take the hands on the thigh muscles here, all right? So then let's take the left hand on top of the right, dropping the left shoulder and lifting the right shoulder. Pull that belly in. Come through the other way. Right hand on top of the left. I'm going to drop that right shoulder. And then bring the heart forward towards your device, to me here, so that back gets really straight. Coming back through the center, drop the hips a bit more, tuck the tailbone, push off the thigh muscles, and round your spine. Now, bring the shoulders up, around, and down. And what I'm doing is I'm using my fingers here, and I'm tracing an arc from the back of my hamstring muscles around to the quadricep muscles. Drop the chin. Come back up by the hip, and they go down the hamstring muscles. Lift the heart. Lifting up by the hip, down the quadricep muscles. So I'm using my middle finger, my fingers, to do this. A little effleurage on the legs. All right, and then get yourself back into that neutral spine, that mountain pose. Wonderful. Grab a drink of water. Let's sit back down in the chair. So Uttasana was our new posture today. It's lots and lots of variations for it. Let me show you again so you can practice when you get home. You can sit back down and just watch me here. I don't mean when you get home. Of course you're home. But when you're alone or when you're going through another practice. We can do it anytime we take this forward fold, but today, here were the options. Remember right here, what I do want you to do is drop the chin, and that should take the head down a wee bit lower than the heart. You could rest it there on the chair. You could let them come to the calf muscle. You could lower them down. You can bend the knees really deep here, so it's almost like your spine is just sort of laying over the thighs there, all right? So that's another way to get that great stretch. And let that spine just decompress. Getting yourself back up, use the chair, use the thighs, round back up. All right? Okay. Sitting back down. Okay, so up on, out of the tip of the seat, tip of the sit bones at the edge of the seat. There we go. And let's bring that right leg up and over. We'll cross it over, keeping that foot flexed. You know, you've had hip replacement. You have knee trouble. You've been told not to cross that midline. You've got some knee trouble, hip trouble. If this is not part of your practice, then by all means, don't feel like you have to do it. You can always support the leg here if that feels better to you, all right? The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the outside edge of my foot, and then I'm going to take my right hand and just open that hip a wee bit more. Yeah, that's entirely up to you. But just ever so slightly, I'm going to lift up on the outside edge and draw down on the thigh muscle there. Yeah, so sit nice and tall. Roll up to the tip of the sit bones. Yeah, roll back if you want, and then roll up again. So work through this. Maybe hinge forward, maybe forward fold, depending on your practice here. Right? This is an exercise I would encourage you to do daily. If you are lying on your back or if you're in bed, It's another great one to do. Cross that foot over and then lift that other foot off the ground. Don't do it right there, but you can lift that other leg off the ground too if you're lying back on the ground or in your bed. All right, so we had a twist. Let's lift that leg up and over. All right, reaching skyward with that left arm. Open that right arm out to the side, and both arms reach far from the heart. Okay, now if you find yourself tilting in this position, what I want you to do is ease up on the twist, get the spine straight, and find length in the arms. All right, so you turn only as far as you can and keep your spine straight. Breathe deep. Rest the arms, keeping your spine nice and tall by drawing that energy up through the base, through the sit bones, and out through the crown of the head. Let's come back to the front. Careful, you're not spring-loaded. All right, we go the other side, same thing. So crossing that leg over, hold on to the outside edge, and then gently ease into this stretch. Sit tall, roll back and sit tall, hinge forward, forward fold, whatever is part of your practice. And remember, this foot is right underneath the knee. We tend to do this sometimes, so get that foot right underneath your knee. I've seen it. It's a wonderful stretch, and I encourage you to do it often. Okay, let's cross that over. We're going to extend that right arm up right past your face, right past your ear. And the other arm out, we take a deep breath in and exhale. Slice through the air with both hands. And only twist as far as you can twist and still keep that spine straight. So the minute you start to round and drop the shoulders, come back up, get the shoulders level, and hold the twist, extend. You have lifted the arms, extend them from the heart. Breathe. And then go ahead and let them release back down. And then slowly return. You are not spring-loaded. Both feet on the ground. Let's take the hands on the back of the chair. So sit into them. I'm going to slide my right heel out, press into the heel hand. Now you can't see my elbows because they're tucking back. And then as I press, sit back onto the heel of the hand, I'm going to lift my heart. Now, I don't know if you've got a chair that's slippery. Don't fall out of the chair, okay? So put a grip on it and work where you're comfortable and work where you feel safe in this posture for sure. And then stay there. Let's just switch feet. Same thing. But lifting the heart. Keep the chin tucked. That's my version of plank pose. Reverse plank, sorry. All right. And both feet in. Release. Get that spine straight first. We'll take a little roll back to release the back. And then just come up nice and tall. Let's walk the hips back to the back. I'm going to release this now so I can really snuggle into the back. Now, depending on your chair, get comfortable. All right. You want to move to another chair. You want to move to the ground. That's fine too. But come to our seated position here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Sigh. You made it. You did it. And now, this is the icing on the cake. This is when you reap the benefits of good quality breath work, good quality stretching, good quality strengthening. All those things release those feel-good endorphins. And now, sit back and bathe yourself in endorphin energy. Allow your eyes to close. Let that front body just sink into the back body. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes, and lift them up. And then take one last little bit of a stretch like you would in the morning. Let your eyes open, soft gaze, hands together at your heart. Dropping your chin to your chest. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this morning. Thanks for having the courage to click on the video. And I thank you as well for the gifts that you have brought to me over 112 chair yoga classes. Remembering a heart at peace shall give life to the whole body. Namaste. So I hope to see you on Friday, possibly. You know, I'm teaching a gentle mat yoga class on Friday. If you are comfortable going down on the floor, I'm going to encourage you to have a chair handy, maybe bring a towel, and maybe have 2 hardcover books that you can use for a little bit of support. But I'll send out that Zoom link tomorrow evening, so look for it, and I look forward to seeing some of you Friday at 11 o'clock. I hope you take on whatever you need to take on now in a better mood and a better spirit. Thanks again for coming. Have a great day.